If you've been looking at a Subaru, chances are you've heard about its Lineatronic CVT. That's Subaru's fancy name for their continuously variable transmission. Instead of the traditional gears that shift up and down, a CVT uses a belt and pulleys to keep the engine in the sweet spot for power or fuel economy. On paper, that sounds perfect, smooth rides and better gas mileage. But here's the question every potential Subaru owner asks: is it reliable? Cars today are full of advanced tech, and while this transmission feels smooth, many buyers worry about long-term durability and repair costs. How the Lineatronic works in real life. Imagine you're riding a bicycle with just one long chain that can change size as you pedal. No clunky gear changes, just smooth acceleration. That's what a CVT does in your Subaru. It keeps the engine humming where it's happiest and adjusts the transmission ratio without the typical shift shock you feel in regular automatics. For daily driving, this means you'll rarely notice gear changes. It just glides. But if you expect the feel of a classic automatic with firm shifts, the CVT may feel a little unusual at first. Common Lineatronic problems. Here's the thing about CVTs: they're smooth, but they're sensitive. Subaru's Lineatronic isn't terrible, but it isn't bulletproof either. Many owners notice shuddering, whining noises, or hesitation when accelerating, especially as the miles rack up. Heat is the CVT's worst enemy, and long highway trips, towing, or stop-and-go traffic can make that transmission fluid cook. Over time, that can lead to slipping belts or delayed response when you hit the gas. Another issue is fluid maintenance. Subaru originally called the CVT fluid lifetime, but any old mechanic will tell you that's wishful thinking. Ignoring the fluid is like never changing the oil. It will eventually catch up to you with expensive repairs. Is the Subaru CVT reliable? Here's the honest truth from a garage perspective. Early Lineatronic CVTs, around 2010 to 2015, had more complaints, mostly about shuddering and slow response. Subaru even extended some warranties for CVT problems. Newer versions, 2017 and up, are better, but they still aren't as tough as a traditional automatic. If you treat it right, it can last over 150,000 miles. The reality is that Subaru CVTs are reliable enough for most owners, but they aren't the type of transmission you can abuse. People who take care of them usually enjoy many years of trouble-free driving, while those who neglect maintenance often face big repair bills. How to keep a Lineatronic CVT alive. Think of the Lineatronic like a marathon runner. It can go the distance, but only if you take care of it. Regular fluid changes every 50,000 to 60,000 miles, gentle driving when cold, and avoiding heavy towing will give it the best shot at a long life. If you do a lot of city driving or plan to keep the car for many years, consider CVT fluid service earlier than Subaru's recommendation. A little preventive care now can save thousands of dollars later. Bottom line on Subaru CVT reliability. If you're buying a Subaru with a Lineatronic CVT, go in with your eyes open. They're smoother and more fuel efficient than old-school automatics, but they're also more sensitive to neglect. For most people who keep up with maintenance and don't abuse their cars, a Subaru CVT can last a long time and do its job quietly. But if you're the type who skips fluid changes or wants to tow a boat every weekend, you might want to think twice, or at least budget for repairs down the road.